Okay, today we're going to talk about Google Image FX, which is a closed source image generation model by Google. It runs in the browser and its key features is that it's free, fast, and doesn't require any local installations like Comfy UI, etc. You just need to log into your Google account to begin using it. If the character that you are looking for is in the dataset, it's easy to keep things consistent across your generations. That's why I use it for most of my projects, especially in early stage concepts or when I want fast variations. So does that mean that I can actually use Image FX as my all-in-one image generator? I would say no. All models have their own strengths and weaknesses, and you have to play to their strength and manage their weaknesses in order to use it effectively. For limitations of ImageFX, there is no post-editing and no upscaling. It's hard to control the fine details or maintain certain consistency errors if there are generations that results in it. And lastly, like all closed source models, it has a dreaded censorship that breaks your momentum during your generations. Some censorships are logical, while some are ridiculous. Thus, when I need more control, I will combine ImageFX with Comfy UI using Stable Diffusion to do in-painting work and remove mistakes. You may wish to check out my previous video on how to do in-painting for Stable Diffusion on Comfy UI. There are no prior knowledge required to use ImageFX. You just need a Google account and a basic knowledge of prompting. I have my own personal prompting style that focuses more on composites rather than details. Thus, I don't go very detailed into long prompts in order to avoid confusing the model or restricting its output possibilities and focusing too much only on the details. With that out of the way, let's go to the actual demo. Key info I will show you includes the access to ImageFX, the settings which includes mainly the seed and the ratio, the basic prompting of one character, which includes the same character with a different style, same characters doing similar actions at different camera angles, and also lastly when doing multiple character interactions. But before that, I would appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe to help push this video to the right community who might find it useful. First, go to the main website. Links will be in the descriptions below, and you will see the interface of ImageFX after you log into your Google account. For my case, I've already logged into my Google account, so I will be at the main page. You can ignore Whisk for now, as it's for multi-element prompting, which is not very useful for my case, thus I don't really use it and I won't show a demo of it. Before you start generating, scroll down and open up the setting tabs. Here you will see very few but important settings. One is which is the seed, where you must log the seed number if you wish to generate a consistent character, as it helps to keep things similar to a certain level. Not exactly 100% consistency between frame to frame, but at least it will try to keep the general style consistent between generation to generation. So take note that there is no guarantee on the consistency, but it's still a good practice to lock your seeds once you get used to, or rather you have a preferred style that is being generated. Next, you will see model, which is run on ImageGen 3. I personally like ImageGen 3 as compared to 4, as it somehow gives me more of what I want. As compared to 4, which is supposed to be better, but somehow I tend to reject the outputs a lot more in ImageGen 4. But this is just me. Finally, we see the aspect ratio, where you will set the ratio you need for your project. And once you're done, we can move on with the prompting and generation demo. First, let's go with a simple prompt to test the model's understanding of basic characters, composites, and style. I talk about the character, the realistic style, what he's wearing, the action, and the pose. The image is okay, following the movie version of the character and doing exactly what I want it to do. Next, I change the style and the setting where it's not in fact it has been changed to a manga anime style and the winter snowfall setting. The image changes drastically and becomes what I asked for. Take note that the camera angles and other complications are not added into the details yet. Hence, you will see a generic kind of composite for all the pictures. This will be tested later on. Now we give it a setting change whereby he will be riding a Harley Davidson bike. But for the next set, I will add in camera angles from above and side view, which gives the character a different perspective and a little more cinematic feel. Take note that there will be some images that doesn't adhere to the prompt. Life is as such. Give from below and from behind view, and we achieve some nice cinematic shots for post-processing. Finally, I will do a demo on multiple character interactions. Take note that this is highly dependent on whether this character is in the ImageGen 3 model. If it's not in the dataset, then it can't be prompted, or rather you can prompt it, but it will not have the desired image. I prompt the style, the attire, the action, and the characters of the setting. And you can see that the image starts to get wonky. As per any AI model, give it too much details or things to do, and it will get confused and morphing will appear. But in general, we can see lots of useful images for storytelling and post-processing using this fast and efficient model. Let's try interactions with different characters from different franchises, which will obviously work if the dataset has those characters. As usual, expect one or two funky images such as multiple same characters or bad fingers once a while, but there's always a few good ones, or those you can in-paint in other tools such as Stable Diffusion, which I mentioned earlier. With that, I conclude this short demo on this hidden tool that's not used by a lot of people out there. I'm aware there are better tools out there, but it doesn't mean that this is not worth exploring if you have the time. For me, I chanced upon it and it's been useful to me on a regular basis as I use it for all my recent projects such as the Pokemon documentary that I've been doing. And it saves me tons of time in generation since it's pretty good in prompt adherence and composites. So do give it a try if you have the time to explore. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help push this video to the right community who might find it useful. Until then, I will see you when I see you.